Hey guys, welcome to another Guild War. Today we have ink guns, and let's go ahead and hit someone. So a lot of towers already taken. So let's go for. We'll start at the bottom here. Just go for someone who hasn't been hit yet. Alright. Alright. So for this second team, this team I usually bring this preset team. And yeah, it should be fine. Basically, as long as Orion doesn't armor break, well, actually no. What I should say is, as long as Field Mars doesn't go nuts and kill Brian, it should be okay. It is a little bit risky in that if the enemy field Violet blocks twice, that would probably kill my Brian. One Violet block is usually okay. But 2 is really difficult unless like my Brian resists the armor break. But I think I'll be okay. It just really depends on what happens with the Orion's harmless break. Now the first team, so this guy, I actually think he set up the Beast Monks pretty well. Normally double Beast Monk in the Ritesh Kuma is a very popular combo, but usually people will pair it with something like a Varamos, and that makes it very easy to copper. But on this, since it's a Praha there, it makes it a little bit risky to run copper, so I'm not going to bring that. Instead, what I think I'll do is I'll bring Ramagos, so he will tank the Kuma. I'm going to bring my budget cleanser here, and let's bring Aerial to heal. This is pretty much what I did last time, although I think it was a different sort of Kuma comp, but with the same sort of idea. I think I would be aiming to kill the Ritesh first, just because he's got the armor break. Okay, so let's go for this. He's got a lot of heals, so this is going to be a slow process. So I'm going to keep poking them down. Even Nario's going to go for Ritesh. And it's pretty much just going to be like one by one clean shot them. I think the Ramagos should be okay, even though he's got armor break there. Oh, okay. I didn't think the Varamos would steal the turn, but turns out he did. My Ramagos is not taking much damage. Actually, my Varamos is dying quicker. Let's just dot him up. Need the Kuma to hit me a bit harder than that. Arrow can kill himself. Oh shit. I may have to use the second or the last skill on. Yeah, I have to do this just to save the Varamos. I typically wouldn't want to do that, just obviously because it's going to heal my Ramagos, but sort of had to do it. Alright. Okay, that's good. He's taking a bit more damage because of the dot. Well, he did anyway. There we go, take some more damage. Okay, he's not low enough to kill anything yet, so just gonna keep working on them. I think as long as Ramagos can survive this turn. Oh shit. Oh, okay, that's good, that's good. I don't think that's gonna kill the... I don't think he's low enough to kill the retouch, so let's poke the Praha a bit. Because she's going to be the, most likely going to be the lowest HP unit. So let's keep poking her. That. And I'm going to hope this kills her. So at least one unit down, 2 to go. They also have less heals now, so that's a good thing. So it's harder for him to keep the retouch up. Okay, aerial heal. Okay, one more turn and I can kill the retouch. Try to stun so that they don't heal. Perfect, he's dead. It is overkill, but that's fine. You could probably use, you know, any sort of water healer, I think, to do this. Maybe like Lumi, even Arena, maybe. Just as long as it's like a reliable heal. Preferably a one with single target, because, you know, obviously I don't really want to use Aero's third skill to heal Ramagos, but his first skill is a single target, so that makes him pretty good for it. So that's why I wouldn't use Praha or something like that if you have her. Oh, that Orion's super slow, even slower than my Brian. It's just first hit. That didn't quite go to plan, but it's okay. I'm just gonna Deadly Wave. Oh, just a bit more. That's okay. He didn't violent yet, so pretty safe. Endure prop now. Now he's got a Muse still, right? So let's try to put heal block on the Field Mars. Okay, easy. I was gonna kill Orion. He's the squishiest unit, so yeah, once there's only one, like if Tristan's by herself, she's not annoying anymore because she can't fall on Blossom and keep both people up. So usually I would just target whoever I think is gonna be the most vulnerable unit, just to save time later on. I'll just order her. Okay. Now these +3s seem a bit lonely, so let's hit these green ones. Let's start with Jevin. Okay. I think the second team I can run this, except I'll run Bernard just to make sure our speed. I think Belo is on Will, but the other two might not be. So as long as one of them is not on Will, I can just snipe that guy. And for the first team, this looks like a job for good old Ameda. And I need to bring 2 water guys just because if the water guys get armor broken, the Perna still won't go for them. So I think I'll do that to be safe. Sorry, I'm derping out. There we go. This guy and this one. Again, you don't need aerial exactly. Like obviously, aerial will be is my best healer, so I'll put that in. But to be honest, I don't think you really need against this sort of team. The main damage dealer is the Perna, right? And Perna's always going to go for Ameda, so you could even get away with like a weaker heal like Rena. And that should work fine. As long as you snipe the Galleon, turn 1. Okay, this is a fairly tanky Get Galleon, but that's not much of a threat. Like you would only be scared of a damage dealing Galleon, because he might pop your Fieldmaster Endure. But if it's a tanky one, he's probably not going to pop it. And if it's a squishy one, then you should just be able to one-shot him. But yeah, I know this guy's a tanky one now, so let's just heal to be safe. So ideally, you just want to kill Galleon before he time to loot again. Otherwise, Ameda might get armor broken. Ameda can still tank a lot of hits while armor broken, but obviously just to be safe, you want to avoid that. Especially if he Violent procs, that's what's probably going to kill Ameda under defense break. Like if it's like 2 Violent procs, he'll probably die. But out of order units, he tanks like a boss against Perna, so I think he's still the best choice. It's just Tiana's auto her. Doesn't look like a DPS one, I don't think so. Well, not too scary. Alright, so neither of them are will runes, but I'm gonna go. Or hopefully, I'm gonna see who Galleon defense breaks first. I'm hoping it's gonna hit the Kuma. Okay, it missed. Oh, okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I want to snipe the Kuma because he's the main damage dealer. Oh, good Violent proc. Unnecessary, but I'll take it. Because Orion and Villagel aren't killing these guys, so not in any danger. Again, I can just auto from here. Okay. Alright, let's hit Stanley. Ooh, that first team was a little bit gross. So I think for here, I'm gonna run Belo. Yeah, I'll do that. Just in case the Fieldmaster's on will runes. I mean, it's still a bit risky because it depends what his Fieldmaster does. Like, I have to tank through at his Endure, and I have to hope I can kill him as well. Or like at least pop his Endure, like turn 1. And the second team, I usually copper this sort of team, so I think that should be fine. I'm just a little bit worried about the first team. It's a little bit risky, but I think I'll go with this because there's no Galleon here, so I don't have to worry about bringing double orders. Okay, it is on will, so let's take that away. Oh my god. Okay, that's unfortunate. Hopefully he doesn't go nuts then. I didn't get a Violent proc. If I got a Violent proc, I could at least pop the Endure. It would have been nice. But thankfully he went for Ameda and didn't do much. Slow attack speed. Okay, good. Let's armor break and pop Endure. This Amuse is coming. Yep. Hit the Ameda. That's fine. Okay, perfect. So let's take off the attack buff and kill Fieldmaster. Alright. Now I'm gonna have to kill the Ameda. Sorry, the Perna, because he's gonna. My Belo's heal is gonna be a few turns away, unless I Violent proc. So I'm on a bit of a timer here. I have to make sure. Oh shit! Glancing hit. I have to make sure I kill that Perna before he can kill my Ameda. Huh? Oh, that was a revenge proc, I think. Alright, sweet. Oh, Moonblast came back up anyway. Alright, let's auto this. Alright, normally I would end the video around here, but because there's a HoH event, I'm gonna just discuss that once this is done. If this is irrelevant to you at the time of watching, just feel free to skip from here because Guild Wars is over. Actually, no. Never mind, we still have one more fight, but afterwards I will talk about the HoH, and if it's not relevant to you, then skip ahead because I don't know when you'll be watching this. But okay, so now here my choices. Okay, usually I'll go for Veramos here. I'll still go for Veramos, but the other options go for Retouch because he's got armor break. But I'm more scared, to be honest, I'm more scared of Veramos' stuns. That's why I kill him first. Alright, now Copper underneath immunity can tank both the Beast Marks and with defense buff too. So that's why I usually just kill the Veramos first. And then I'll work on the Retouch after that. Let's try to defense break. I didn't quite go to plan, but at least got someone. Hit the defense broken guy. Oh damn, my Randy didn't get a turn. So normally, if something's defense broken and Randy gets his turn, I would go for the chain fire. But otherwise, I just use his first skill, which has a chance to ignore defense. So let's put immunity back up. I need a violet. Never mind. Well, the defense buff comes back up next turn, and that means, and also Thunder Strike is up as well. So, ooh, don't kill my Randy. Oh my god, so close, so close. I don't mind if he. Oh, he probably won't. He should survive a little bit, but I don't mind if he dies as long as I can put the defense buff up to kill Retouch. Well, these guys are hitting pretty hard though. Must be like HP crit damage HP ones. Triple HP ones are a lot easier to deal with because they don't hit very hard. Alright, let's buff this. I'm just basically just buying time for Randy to keep poking him down, and eventually Copper will get a another Thunder Strike, but he has a pretty bad chance of critting because of elemental disadvantage. Oh, he crit. Never mind. Alright, there you have it. So yeah, normally I would end the video here, but let's discuss the HoH. So if it's not relevant to you, feel free to end the video here. But this weekend we've got the anniversary HoH, and this time we get to pick the monster that we want to use. Because last year we had to vote, and Gin was the one that won the vote, and pretty much all the veteran players did not like that. That they got stuck with Gin because no one really wanted it, right? People wanted like Soothe or Rakshasa skill ups. People wanted Delphoid because Delphoid is a pretty good all-round unit. Yeah, basically Gin was the one that no one really wanted because this is a ninja. He himself wasn't very good at the time. I think he's gotten better since then, but yeah. And the only ninja really worth skilling up is Orochi. But enough of that. So this HoH, like they all each individually have a use, right? There's no bad one to pick. It really depends on your own situation. Now I believe the majority of people are going to pick Arya, the Light Succubus, right? Because most people that are still playing these days either started after Arya HoH was released, because Arya HoH was a really long time ago. It's like one of the first ones that were released, and yeah, so a lot of people these days, there's a lot of new players since then, and they wouldn't have gotten Arya. And I think as a unit, like as a single unit out of all of these guys, she's probably the best one individually. So she's great for TOA hard. If you already clear TOA hard, you don't necessarily need her, but it is a very rare unit. You know, it's a light nat 4. So if you don't have her, I think most people will pick her because the like Lysol, Hong Hua, and Acasis, you can get them relative like semi easily from mystical scrolls and legendary scrolls anyway. Like you will eventually get them. It's just a matter of whether you want them for skill ups, right? Now, if you don't want Arya or you already have her, then you probably will pick the Dark Phantom Thief because of his rarity. He's actually been used, like I think I've heard of people using him in like high level guild wars as like a dark nuker. His passive is pretty good. I think it increases his crit damage or something, and it decreases his like it's got like the DS passive portion where it's anti-crit rate, 50% anti-crit rate, or Jubel's passive rather. And he hits pretty hard. Like you know, all Phantom Thieves have pretty good damage, but they're really squishy. So his passive helps him in the survivability department. So he's actually not a bad monster to have. So if you don't, if you don't particularly need anything else, then I think I would pick him. Alright. Now going by the like these individual monsters here for the elementals, Lysol is not like a good monster, right? His only real use is maybe being a Firemon farmer, but there are much better choices out there. The only real reason to pick the vampire is if you already have the other two, like the two light dark ones, like these light dark units, and you just want skill ups for Verdaha. And maybe if you want skill ups for Argon, there are some people who are using Argon for raids. He's actually a pretty decent damage dealer for raids because his third skill scales off harmful effects. And as you know, for raid boss, you want to stack a lot of harmful effects on the boss at all times, just to reduce the amount of damage he's dealing and increasing your damage to him. So he's always going to have like debuffs on him, and therefore Argon hits pretty hard against him. But yeah, I guess that's if you don't need Arya, you have it already, and you don't really want to build the Phantom Thief. Right? The Phantom Thief actually is not that bad for the other Phantom Thieves too. Like say if you want skill ups for Lua or what's his Jean and Julian. I mean they're okay. They're not really meta at the moment, but I mean that's something you could think like decide for yourself. The Kung Fu Girl Hong Hua. Now the only good Kung Fu Girl really is Faye. So anyone who has a Faye and you don't have enough skill ups for her, then by all means go for her. As long as you don't need Arya, of course. Okay. So basically, like Arya, I would say over anyone, as long as you don't have her. Right. As far as skill ups for any other Kung Fu Girl, I don't think it's worth it. So it's only really if you want Faye skill ups. Okay. Cases. Now, actually, all the non-LD Sylphids, actually all the Sylphids are pretty decent in some area of the game. Acasis herself is mainly for early game progression though. I think unless you're really struggling to find a unit for Giant Speed 10, I wouldn't really care too much about Acasis. I would pick Arya for the long term because she'll eventually be a staple in a lot of TOA hard auto teams just because of all the debuffs she provides. But if you are in need of skill ups for Lumi or the light dark ones, Freya. Actually, it's mainly sorry, not Freya. Freya is the fire one. It's mainly the light one that you want skill ups for, Mihail. If you have her, then you'd probably want to max her. So Acasis could be okay for that. Freya is has some uses in top end arena for certain types of ADs, but it's very niche, so even then you don't really need to max skill her, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Lumi is actually not a bad monster for Guild Wars in my opinion. I haven't built mine yet, I've never really got around to it, and I don't have the runes for it, but she's good to pair up with, say, a Maida, so because she's got the full heal, or the heal that heals for the full health bar, I should say. It's a very powerful heal, especially with something like a Maida who can tank a lot of hits, and then you can use one skill to undo all that hard work that the Perna has been doing on the Maida. And in addition to that, Lumi also has a reset skill, so those two combined are really good at killing Pernas. So you just use those two plus some sort of water damage dealer, and that's another way you can handle a lot of Perna comps. Alright, so I think that covers all the HoH monsters. So good luck with that. And I guess that's pretty much covers it. So thanks guys for watching. This weekend I will be streaming. There'll be a link in the description to my Facebook page, which is where I always post the countdown for the stream. So follow me on Facebook, and if you want to keep up to date with the stream times, and I also post the video links in there too. So if you prefer to get notifications via Facebook, you can see that you can await my posts there. So thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the weekend, especially with the HoH, and I'll see you guys in the next video.